student, welcome to Gokul Global University. Today I want to show you one image and then you guess the topic name. So let's see. I hope you understand what is the name of topic. Yes, virus. You all know about the current situation, what's going on. Globally, we are fight against coronavirus pandemic. So I advise you all to take care yourself, your family, stay home, stay safe. So our today topic is virus, which is from paper number 401 Microbial Biodiversity Unit number 4. In this topic, we discuss about general characteristics of virus and virus replication, means how it replicate. Okay, first of all, the term virus derived from Latin. It means in Latin, virus means one type of poison or a venom. Virus means a poison. First of all, two scientists contribute the discovery of virus. Okay, one is Ivanovsky and another is Charles Chamberlain. Charles Chamberlain make a particular type of filter known as Chamberlain filter. This filter contain different size of pores in its structure, okay, in which bacteria cannot pass from this filter. Okay, then Ivanovsky in 1892 take a extract of leaves, tobacco leaves, and pass this tobacco leaves extract from Chamberlain's filter. Okay, but till this extract of leaves contain an infectious agent, so he can say that something which is present in these leaves, okay, which is smaller than bacteria but it is infectious agent, and in this way viruses are discovered. Now we discuss about general characteristics of virus. So virus, it is a intracellular parasite. They are totally parasite. They are ultra microscopic infectious agent, means we require electron microscope for its observation. Virus multiply only and only within the living host or living cell, means it require particular living cell or living host for its multiplication and its replication. They lack a cellular structure, okay, means it is acellular. They do not respire, they do not move, and they lack metabolic activity of their own. Virus multiply inside the living cell, okay, and it use totally host machinery, means virus, it is a joints between living and non-living things, and it use all the machinery of host cell. Okay, virus contain only its genetic material. Virus require bacterial cell as a host, as well as animal cell as their host, as well as plant cell as their host. For example, herpes virus, TMV, means tobacco mosaic virus, it require tobacco plant, and bacteriophage. What is bacteriophage? So phage means virus require bacteria for their growth. It's called bacteriophage. Some viruses are destroyed by ultraviolet rays. Viruses are much smaller than bacteria. Size range of virus is 20 nanometer up to 1400 nanometer. What is the size range? 20 nanometer up to 1400 nanometer, means it is 100 to 1000 times smaller than bacteria. Remember that virus is 100 to 1000 times smaller than bacteria. 20 nanometer up to 1400 nanometer. Smallest virus is poliovirus. It contains 30 nanometer diameter. It contains 30 nanometer. When we see microscope in electron microscope, it have a different type of shape: rod shaped virus, bullet shaped virus, filament shaped virus, icosahedral means it contain triangular structure, and tadpole shaped virus. Okay, what virus contain? So virus contain only nucleic acid and protein. What it contain? It contain nucleic acid and protein. So nucleic acid is covered by a particular protein coat, and this type of structure are called as capsid. So what is capsid? So capsid, it is a one type of protein coat. Okay, means it is a one type of protein coat. Inside the capsid there is presence of nucleic acid. Based on envelope, there are two type of virus. First is enveloped virus and second one is non-enveloped virus. Mainly two type of virus: enveloped virus and non-enveloped virus. So envelope means one type of cover. Okay. So if virus have envelope outside the capsid, so inside nucleic acid, then surrounding nucleic acid there is presence of capsid, and surrounding capsid, if suppose there is presence of envelope, so this type of virus are known as enveloped virus. If there is absence of envelope, means outside the capsid there is no presence of envelope, so we can say that this type of virus are known as non-enveloped virus. Here you can see the structure of virus. Here you can see that inside there is presence of nucleic acid. Surrounding nucleic acid there is a protein coat. Surrounding the nucleic acid there is presence of protein coat known as capsid, and surrounding the capsid there is a presence of a envelope. Okay. Viral genome. So virus contain either DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid or either RNA means ribonucleic acid. If it is single stranded or it is double stranded or it is circular or linear. Remember that virus contain either DNA or either RNA. Okay. So viral capsid. What is the meaning of capsid? Earlier we discussed that a nucleic acid covered by a protein coat known as capsid. So generally virus contain a three type of capsid. Okay, first is helical capsid, icosahedral capsid and complex. Which type of capsid is present in virus? Three type: helical, icosahedral and complex. First is helical capsid. So helical means it is a filamentous capsid, a long tube-like structure. Okay. Example of helical capsid containing virus. So influenza virus and rabies virus. Okay. What its example? Influenza virus and rabies virus contain helical capsid in its structure. Icosahedral symmetry. What is the meaning of icosahedral? Means it contains more than 20 triangular sites. More than 20 triangular sites, and they are a molecule, they are bind with each other and make a triangular shape. More than 20 triangular site which is present in structure. So it called icosahedral capsid. Example of icosahedral capsid is HIV, human immunodeficiency virus, hepatitis B virus and adenovirus. So example of icosahedral symmetry contain virus: HIV, hepatitis B and adenovirus. Here it is a structure of hepatitis B virus. It is a structure of HIV virus. It contains glycoprotein 41 and glycoprotein 120. Internal side it contains nucleic acid covered by a protein coat known as capsid. And then complex symmetry. Okay. In complex symmetry, the head of the virus, The head of the virus is cubic. Cubic means it is icosahedral. Okay, and tail is helical. What is the difference between other and complex symmetrical virus? So here you can see that head is cubic means icosahedral and tail is helical. So this type of structure are known as complex symmetry virus. Okay, here you can see that head is triangular, sides containing means icosahedral shape, and tail is helical. You can see that. Okay, so this type of virus are known as complex symmetry virus. Example of complex symmetry virus is bacteriophage, means virus require bacteria for their growth, or virus require bacterial cell for their growth. Here you can see that it is a structure of bacteriophage. It contain head is triangular and tail is helical in shape. Then we discuss replication of virus. Okay, so virus replicate. Obviously we know that virus require living host for its replication. Okay, but virus replicate by two types. First is lytic cycle and second one is lysogenic cycle. In what method required for replication of virus? So lytic cycle and lysogenic cycle. Okay, so lytic cycle include 5 steps. First is attachment, second one is penetration, third one is replication of nucleic acid into host cell, then maturation of virus, and then release of new virus, and this new virus affect other virus. Okay, it is the 5 step. Then let's we discuss about difference between lytic cycle and lysogenic cycle. So basically what is the difference between lytic cycle and lysogenic cycle? So in lytic cycle, remember that in lytic cycle this virus burst or destroy the host cell and come outside from the cell. Okay, in lysogenic cycle virus are infected, they are replicate, okay, they are mature, but they cannot burst or they cannot destroy from cell. Okay, they are divide and divide. Okay, when cell is divide, viral genome is also divide. Okay, and they are reach from mother to daughter cell, then daughter cell become mother cell, and mother cell to another daughter cell. They are passed from generation to generation. Okay, so this is the difference. Here you can see that a structure of lytic cycle and lysogenic cycle. You see that first is a particular host. Okay, so first step is attachment. Which type of attachment? So attachment of virus with host cell. Okay, then this virus release nucleic acid into the host cell. First is attachment, and then virus release its nucleic acid into host cell. Then virus make its all part and it mature and then burst the cell and release from outside. So it is the mechanism of lytic cycle. Okay, first is attachment, release nucleic acid, then complete it all part, maturation, and burst the cell, the host cell, and release outside. This is the formula of lytic cycle. Now move toward lysogeny cycle. So in lysogeny, first is attachment. What type of attachment? So attachment of virus with particular host cell, then release it nucleic acid. So nucleic acid use host machinery. Okay, and live with host and live with host cell. When here you can see that this mother cell is divided into two daughter cell. So also this daughter cell contain this viral genome. These are the viral genome which is passed from mother to daughter cell. Then these two daughter cell, okay, become mother cell and they are further divided into another two daughter cell. So in another generation, you can see that also there is presence of viral genome in each and every daughter cell. It means this virus genome is passed from generation to generation, means from mother cell to daughter cell to other daughter cell, and in this way they are passed from. Okay, so you clear about lytic and lysogenic cycle. What is the difference between lytic and lysogenic cycle? So in lytic cycle, when virus is mature, then host is burst or it is destroyed and virus become outside. In lysogenic cycle, virus cannot burst or destroy the cell, but it is passed from generation to generation. Okay, so what we discuss in today lecture about virus. Okay, so virus, it is the joints between living and non-living things. They require completely host for their multiplication and for their replication. It use almost all the host machinery for their growth and multiplication. Then we discuss about types of virus: envelope, non-envelope. We discuss about types of capsid which is present in virus. Okay, and then we discuss about replication by lytic and lysogenic cycle. I hope you understand this topic.